Uh, hello, my friends. Hello. Nobody can hear us, and they're going to be able to hear us eventually. Uh, aha. Un momento, por favor. Uh, are we rolling? Are we good? Somebody give me. Can we hear us? No. No sound. Yes. Are we up? John, hit it.
All right, I
Hit
think
it,
we're
John.
fixed, guys. So Russell got us up and going. So you should be able to hear us now. But yeah, live from DraftKings here at Casino Queen. Clips of John and then David Sharp here. So
It's
we are ready to go.
Producer John, and producer Jeff.
Russell's helping us remotely. So
Remotely.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, he clicked right in when he didn't hear us.
yeah, he's got
See,
us. He's got us fixed up for everything tonight. We've already got a game going, David.
K State.
Yes,
What's
K
the score?
State, Michigan State.
What's the score?
25-22, 5 minutes left. Michigan State up 3, so that's been back and forth. It's going to be back and forth the whole game.
What's how much time left in the first half?
5 minutes left in the first half. So
what's the over under look like?
It's
138 and a half.
141. It's moved up to. So
okay.
137 was the line. So it's trending slightly over. So we'll see how that one.
It did. The over under did close at 138 and a half here at DraftKings. I know that because I might have a wager on it.
Yeah, 138 and a half. So I liked the under in that game, but Michigan State's a team that they're going to shoot a lot of threes. So if they make them, it'll go over. But I mean, I just don't like these teams that shoot a lot of threes. I don't like counting on them making them all the time. So kind of like we seen with Mizzou and Princeton last week, David.
That was unbelievable.
Yeah, we've seen what Mizzou is when they're not making those threes they take all the time.
So a lot of questions that I've received this week. Mizzou's been the hot topic, right?
Sure.
So did Mizzou not show up, or did Princeton play unbelievable, or is it a combination of both?
I mean, Mizzou just did show up, which they have, half the year they're like this. It seems like, where they don't show up and they can get beat by anybody. They can get beat by Princeton or anybody if they don't show up. You shoot 25% from three, you're not going to win many games shooting 25% from three. Not nowadays. So
Princeton. Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault. Princeton plays tomorrow at 8:00 Central Time against Creighton, getting 10 points.
They shot Creighton. All 5 starters averaged double figures against Creighton.
Any shot for Princeton to win?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I like Creighton more than I do Mizzou. I think Creighton's a more balanced team scoring wise than Mizzou is. You don't have to rely on the 3-pointer with Creighton because they got those 5 guys that are going to average double figures consistently. So that's why I like the Blue Jays over the Tigers of Princeton.
The Tigers of Princeton.
The Tigers.
They did look good last week, though.
Yeah,
they did. They did. They look great.
Yeah. I get that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night in that one. We got Michigan State, K-State going on right now, and then the Woo Pig Suey Hogs tipping off against UConn at 6:30.
This is the Clemson John Comedy Hour.
The shirtless Hustleman or Husselman. What's it?
Go see John at the Improv tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start time.
He tore his shirt off. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see
that. When they beat Kansas, the Arkansas coach tore his shirt off and celebrated with the fans in a Woo Pig Suey Razorback victory.
You think that's proper?
Yeah, it's Arkansas, man. Yeah, Woo Pig Suey.
You know what was really
they got a pig as a mascot, David. I want to tell you everything's off limits with Arkansas.
I want to tell you, we were down this show. I was with Noah Van Bree on our show from the Sportsbook at Oaklawn Racetrack and Casino. In their Sportsbook, we did 2 shoot shows. At Arkansas, we were in the Sportsbook when they hit the Elite 8. That place was nuts. All I can tell you is probably one of the most fun 3 hours that I've ever been around sporting event is around that crowd.
Yeah, they're pretty passionate about the Hogs.
A little bit.
Yeah, they're pretty passionate about the Hogs. They've had some success. Won a 94 national championship under Nolan Richardson. Corliss Williamson was on that team, big Corliss. So they've had some success, but they're a passionate fan base. So I think there's a chance that they could beat Connecticut. They're dogs. You're getting some plus money with Arkansas. They're 3.5-point dogs. Plus 155 on the money line. I like the Hogs if I've got to make a pick on that one.
So are we taking the points or are we going to take the money line?
Well, it depends on what you want to do. If you're looking for some points, take some points. If you're, if you just want to have something with some plus money, take the money line. But Wouldn't shock me at all if Arkansas pulls that off.
I think a little bit of both, though. Plus 165 is a nice number for, and you can do both. 4.5 points, right?
Yeah, it depends on if you're wanting to parlay or make
Yeah.
a single.
That's a
bet
nice
on
plus
that.
number. That's a really nice plus number, too.
I think Musselman's a much better coach than Dan Hurley.
A game we'll get through them all, but a game I didn't want to forget to bring up with you is like I said, I'm a novice at college basketball, but the way San Diego State is playing, I kind of like getting the 7.5 against Alabama. What do you think? It's one of the games that I wanted to. That's a game that I wanted right here.
Alabama.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. You're talking about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm talking about tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, San Diego State should not be able to keep up with Bama and Brandon Miller. So Brandon Miller's better than anything, and most players in this tournament definitely better than anything San Diego State's going to put forward. So I really like Alabama. That's why they're 7.5 point favorites.
So
San Diego State's going to have to make it a rock fight, though.
You're laying the 7.5.
I don't know what I'm doing on that one.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
I'm a little bit ahead of the game. The Michigan State, Kansas State is on the way, about to tip off in 30 minutes.
Arkansas, Connecticut.
Wait a second. Arkansas, Connecticut's that's what I'm saying, about to tip off.
Yep.
And at 6:15, I don't have my glasses. Obviously,
Arkansas, Connecticut, 6:15. Yep.
Yeah, I can't really see too well, but so 6:15, right?
Yep.
And Arkansas, you like, right? And
yeah,
a little later, 8 p.m. Well, 8 p.m. we finish the show. We'll be able to stick around here and have some dinner and watch a few basketball games this evening.
Yeah, we've got two late games. FAU. You've got here. And FAU and Gonzaga, UCLA. So the Owls who have had a great season. Conference USA champs, David. They're pretty big favorites or underdogs rather, against 4.5 point dogs.
It's moved to 5.5.
I really like Tennessee.
Jeremy?
You moved to 5.5?
5.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah, all that Tennessee money coming in?
Right here at DraftKings at Casino Play. Yeah. Seriously, if you guys don't get a chance, you got to get down here and experience what it's like down here. John and I, after a show last Thursday, John, standing room only, elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
Right?
Most packed I've ever seen the
place was going absolutely nuts. And they said there was a bigger crowd than Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's for a Thursday afternoon.
It was. We were here for Super Bowl. I stayed the whole time and
made me feel like I was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vegas with a 20-minute drive home.
Most packed I've ever seen the place.
It was I bet it was like that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Even more so towards the weekend, right? Yeah, this place was unbelievable. People were, man, it was just nuts.
Yeah, that first 2 days are always exciting.
Yeah.
Because you got 16 games and 16 games. You got, 4, and then the next slate you got 4, 4, and 4. So, God, it's just so exciting. We watched Furman upset Virginia.
That was fun.
On a last-second 3. Man, that Furman-Virginia game was fun.
I love watching a game with you because in the first half, you see Furman getting down.
Yeah.
And then middle of the second, they're down by 12.
They're down by 12.
John is so deflated.
They were down 50-38.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you were so deflated.
The Cinderella
and then I said, hey, John, look over. It's only 9. It's only 7.
Yeah.
It's only 5.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Furman just took the lead.
Yeah.
And you know what was really strange is you would have thought that everybody in the sports book had Furman.
Yeah.
Then that 3 hit to win the game. This place absolutely erupted.
Yep.
And it was fun. It was I haven't experienced anything like that in the St. Louis area before.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a bunch of fun. We've had some good times here, but that was pretty incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. 6:30 tonight. Noah Van Bree will be joining us, telling us all about his trip to Denver.
Under Orlando Magic on the. One of the guys got under here.
All right, thank you, Anthony. We'll see you in an hour.
Yeah.
This is what I love about being here.
Yeah.
We get yelled at all the time. I got the ticket.
Yeah.
I got the ticket. I'll be back in an hour. And I don't see him till next week. I'll be back to
he's got under 220, under 225. Orlando Magic and Knicks. So hopefully he hits. That'd be nice to see for sure.
All right. Hey, we have not only Noah Van Bree coming on at 6:30, a little bit after 7. Micah Mills is going to join us, and we'll talk some MMA with him. We've got there's every Saturday there's a card.
Yeah.
So we're going to start having Mike on every single week for a little 10, 15-minute update. We're also going to be starting to do 10 to 15 minutes a week golf. We're going to start talking a little golf every Thursday night and a little bit on Friday. We're going to be talking about the Masters next week. We'll have
Yeah.
we'll have the basketball, and we're going to talk golf Masters next week. We're going to do it all on the stream and a little bit with our hour on 590 The Fan.
Starts Thursday, April the 6th is the
Yes.
Masters.
Yeah. But we got to talk about it because it starts on our show is until later in the evening. So we got to get it in the week before. We got to start talking about it the week before to get some picks in.
Yeah.
Very exciting. You know, we're adding somebody to the golf crew. Very excited. I'll release the name when he comes on, and very exciting. Somebody who really knows their golf. So we're gonna have three professional golf people. I mean, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
This is
So
exciting.
The nice thing about the golf is you always get plus money.
Plus money. Yeah, nobody's ever minus unless it's a head-to-head matchup.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do you like this? You know, even your favorite, your Scotty Scheffler, he's going to be 10-1. You get 10-1 on your money on the best golfer in the world.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? Right? That's a little nuts to me. And what we do every day, we talk about gambling. You're going to get on the best golfer in the world. You're going to get 8 to 10-1.
Right.
That's pretty crazy to me, right? Yep. So we're going to talk to all three of our guys and see what they have to say, what kind of value we could get. I'm really excited about the Masters. I've never bet it, but I'm starting to get into betting golf, and I like it. All right, John.
I mean, back to Arkansas, Connecticut. Yeah. I like Arkansas on the money line for sure.
Are we going to go to your clips now, or you want to wait till later?
Well, let's get into the Arkansas, Connecticut first.
Okay, that sounds good.
I just think Arkansas can score, David. I think the Razorbacks can score with the best of them. So, I think they're going to have a shot at this money line. 4.5, 3.5 to 4 is nice to have.
When's tip off? Right now?
No, tip off 6:15. Yeah, tipping off right now, guys. 6:15. Arkansas, Connecticut. Ricky Council's a star. Arkansas's best player. Just a star, guys. Averages 16 to 17 points a game. And Connecticut's not going to have anybody that can contain him. So if he gets in double figures in the first half and he has 22 to 23 points in this game, then UConn might be in trouble. I like the Razorbacks. So. And then FAU, Tennessee, Florida Atlantic. They are 33-3, David. The Owls, who have had a great season for the Owls. So, I just think it comes to an end tonight for them. I like Tennessee moving on. Everybody complains about Rick Barnes and the NCAA record and, all of that. But I think it's going to happen tonight where Rick Barnes is going to get in the Elite Eight and have a chance at that Final Four. I think it could happen. You and Noah. All we talked about last year with Noah was Rick Barnes' inability.
It'll come up tonight, I promise you. Yeah. In about 15 minutes when Noah joins us, I'm sure he'll be bringing that up.
Yeah.
If not, I will.
Yeah.
So, yeah? All right. We going to play some of your clips? What do we got? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to try. Producer John is
we
set
got
up some
bad
clips
beat
for us.
Clips here.
Yeah, we love these.
This is just, these were just painful to even watch last week. There was an NIT one from Oklahoma State Eastern Washington. If you haven't seen that one, oh my goodness. That one was all-time bad. Just brutal. But the first one here, let's see if I can cue this up here. Let's see.
This is what we call dead air.
Yeah, I'm pulling this clip up here.
Hey,
here we go. I got it.
I think you're doing a great job. Without Russell here, we're trying new things. We're trying to show you some clips. This is a lot of fun. We've tried it in the past and it worked really well. So we're gonna start bad beats. Both, I think.
Lead. Yep.
I don't know which one goes to.
Here we go.
All right.
Texas Penn.
They're in 5.5.
minus 5.5.
Now, Jalen
They're up
Pickett,
7.
who was just spectacular
Penn
for
State
Penn
has
State.
the ball.
Can you
Booty
squeeze
Miss
it?
it,
ball,
miss it. Oh, miss
A
it. Yes,
rare miss at the rim. And at this
rebound.
point, you're
All
thinking-
right, now we're
you're
good.
thinking you're-
Up
you're-
7.
this
Going to the free
for
throw
this?
line. We
Marcus
just got to
Carr, he's
cover
like a
5.5.
79% free
That's
throw
all we
shooter.
got to cover.
He's going to line, but it's 1-1.
Missed the free
There's
throw.
a
We're still
miss.
good. We're up 7.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
8 seconds.
I give you
We're up
Seth
7.
Lundy.
Oh, no.
3 of these.
The kid makes the 3
Make
and
it
gets
4.
fouled.
Now,
Oh, my
if you
God.
do the math,
what a
see,
beat that is.
the
You
3
missed
plus
the free
1,
throw.
that
And
makes it good.
so, as you see there, 66-71,
There we go. Good.
that one
Hey,
is not.
I'm
Not
really
a
proud
cover
of you,
there.
John. That was great.
Yeah, so the second one, though, let's jump to the second one here.
I'm really proud of John. Producer,
Touches the
he's sitting over here. There's
California.
one, he knows how to
55.
do
Now
that.
you
Number 2 is
and
I
like,
can't
we
see. I
got
don't have
52
Yeah,
my
so
glasses.
as we
minutes to
see
go.
here.
What could happen?
What do we got coming up?
All right, St. Mary's, UConn. Yep, we got St. Mary's, UConn. Over under 60 first half. So as you guys see here, we've got 52 points with 54 seconds left. Over under 60. We just got to fade 9 points in 54 seconds, David. That's all. Just don't score 9 points in 54 seconds and we're good. So let's roll the clip here.
First half.
Well,
Oh, they make the 3 there. I mean, we're still good. They just got to fade, now 6 points, right?
Joey, California.
Yeah,
Calcaterra.
we just got to fade 6 points because we're at 55 here. So we can have 5 points in 40 seconds. And they're always going to hold the last 30 seconds for the last shot.
Where do you come from?
California.
You got the
Down
to
1,
avoid
just
the buckets.
make this one. Okay.
Aid Mahaney.
Oh, he missed it. Yes, he
The
missed it.
rebound.
Oh,
Guess what?
oh, for a 3?
Oh,
Three more.
We can still have
Now
one
you need
bucket,
to
though.
avoid-
We'll have a
They
2 and
can't
we're
score
good.
for- They can't score for 20 minutes, and now it's a 3-point explosion.
No!
Austin Newton.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't matter.
How does that happen?
oh, that's
right?
gross.
Just brutal.
Ah,
Wow.
stop it.
This is
So,
the last game of the weekend.
Yeah.
And if you're
All right.
So this one here is right up there with the others. Oh,
That's pretty
geez.
gross.
This one here, let's go to the 324 mark here.
I love this stuff. That's
All
pretty
right,
sick.
so go into the free throw line.
if
Okay.
you're on Gonzaga, you need
Line is 4.5. Gonzaga up 6.
a foul, and you
Get fouled. Okay, cool. Right. We just got to cover 4.5. We're up 6, and we're going to the free throw line. And it's a double bonus. We get 2 shots. We're going to the free throw line up 6, David.
with
All right, let's see what
0.7.
happens.
It's late. You've been firing since Thursday at 12:15. TCU folks are thinking, well, we're not going to win this
So-
game. No, you're not.
Misses the free throw,
Took 'em.
or makes the first one. Makes the first one, rather.
Makes one.
Like we got Gonzaga.
5's enough if you're on
Makes the
Gonzaga
second.
now.
We're good. We got a
7
7-point
is
lead.
over.
Now let's see what happens.
Hugs at half court. There's
People
people
are hugging.
hugging.
People are dapping each other
The
up.
ball.
But Ball didn't quit.
What you
All right.
do in point
Oh,
seven.
my gosh.
Speculation
No.
From some coaches out there about can you really gather and shoot?
Oh,
The
my.
answer is yes. Now,
That might be the worst of all of them, David.
That's gross.
0.7 seconds left. Now to the last one here.
All right.
Oklahoma State is.
Which one is this?
Eastern
Oklahoma State,
Okay.
Eastern
Yeah,
Washington.
yeah. This is nasty.
11 and a half,
Oof.
and
They're up
Set it
So
up,
the
John.
clock's going down.
not shooting.
You know, they just
We're
take
gonna
the
let
shot
it
clock
expire.
down. We're good. Oklahoma
You're
State's
on the
up
favorite.
Are they
14.
going to return to favor?
Got to cover
Yes.
11 and a half.
Yes.
We
Eastern
can have a
Washington.
layup and we're good, David. They can lay it up.
It took it back off.
Hold on.
There we
Tyrese
go.
Davis.
All right.
What? Did he
What
make
hap-
it?
We
What
need
hap-
to see what happened.
Oh, the kid made the three.
57 final.
Did he?
70
Oh, the score changed. He must have made the three, and they didn't even show it.
Mystery 3.
Oh,
You can't just add 3 to the score.
Yeah.
wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
you-
Wait, the best part is
Just brutal. Wow. That was the worst of them all.
okay.
I think that might have been worse than the Gonzaga one.
Okay.
Might have been worse than the Gonzaga one, guys.
Producer Russell says we have to break up.
The clips. Okay, that was all of them.
Okay, but for
Yeah,
future reference,
okay.
yeah. No, we did great.
Yeah.
I love it. That's the
Yeah.
That's the nastiest one of them all.
Oh,
How do you like this? You think you won, and then they just change the score after it
Yeah.
says final, right?
yeah.
He
The
looks over.
camera
He
goes
looks
away.
over at the
coach
bench.
tells him not to
Don't shoot.
Yeah.
He looks right at the coach, turns and buries a 3. He looks right at the coach and says,
Oh,
"Yeah, right." And he just buries it. How gross is that? Right.
yeah.
That was nasty. Earl Barron sent me that the other day, and John already knew about it, of course. But Earl Barron sent me that the other day, and I was like, "That is absolutely disgusting." Well, yeah, maybe we don't know. We're not going to say that, but yeah, it may be. 7:10. Micah Mills is going to join us. We got confirmation on that. Waiting to hear from one more.
Well, if you got the Michigan State K-State under, you're just toast. They scored 81 points in the first half. That's all. Just 81, David.
The K-State game.
Yeah,
Who's winning?
81.
Who's winning?
K-State up 5. I like the K-State.
Do you like an over under 138.5? That's what I have.
Uh,
I got the over.
Oh, you got the over?
I got the over.
Why'd you take the over?
It was an accident. Hit the wrong button.
Well, you can go and cash that one, buddy.
I meant to take the under. I am not kidding you.
Yeah, you can go ahead and cash that one.
I knew it was wrong. I
81,
told you
so
I
they
can't
need
see. I
50.
cannot
What's your
see.
number? 138 and a half?
138 and a
So
half.
you need 139. So they got 81. So you can go ahead and cash 58. You need 58 points in the second half. Go ahead and cash
No, I'm
that.
serious. I can't see. And I look at the ticket.
It was a misclick.
It was a misclick.
You meant to hit the forward button. You hit call.
Well, I
and
didn't.
then they were bluffing, so
No,
you win.
to be real, is I didn't push the button. But yeah, he says, I meant to give you the under, but you got the over. So hey, sometimes things happen. We'll see. We're not there yet. It could be like second half in a football game. You need a field goal to go over, and it doesn't even happen. No scoring
Yeah.
in the second half. Let's. There's not going to be no scoring in the second half of a basketball game, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what-
58 points, David.
okay, we got about 5 minutes before
58.
Noah joins us.
Last night of the last game of the night is Gonzaga UCLA.
What do you like?
Man, there should be a ton of points scored in that game.
What's the over under?
145 and a half. Gonzaga's 1 point dogs.
What do you like?
So I like the Gonzaga. I like the Bulldogs. I like the Dogs to send the Bruins home. I like Gonzaga. I think Mark Few's a better coach. He's been there. He's done that. The Gonzaga's trying to fly in under the radar, though. They're not the
Ticket.
one
We're just
seed.
talking about the ticket. Give me 1 second. We're just talking about the ticket. Let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We're gonna take a
let's
break.
do it.
We're
We'll
gonna take a quick break,
guys, and
and we'll
be back
We
here in
got a mystery
2
guest
minutes.
coming. We got somebody calling in. So I'm gonna give.
Where's the button?
Here. Go here. Go to graphics. Click on graphics.
No.
And press that. There we go. All right.
now, though.
Hey guys, welcome back. Got Damian joining us here and Noah Van Bree on the line with us as well. So a lot of action started already, guys. So we got Arkansas, Connecticut tipping off about 13 minutes ago. Michigan State, K-State at the half. These two have scored a lot of points. Michigan State, K-State, 81 in the first half, Noah. 81 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I did not see that one coming from a Kansas State team that usually kind of likes to grind it out and can sometimes struggle in this game. But as we've seen, they're hitting their 3-point shots. Obviously, Noel has just been a magician with the ball. He's got, I believe, 10 assists in the first half. So the offense is fluid, and that's a very, very good sign for Kansas State. They win a lot of their games, especially against a lot of those tough Big 12 teams when they're scoring a lot of points. They dropped 116 in Texas against the Longhorns, and you're kind of seeing that formula they're using right here, and just a great start to the game.
Yeah. One of the best stories of the whole year is K-State's Keontae Johnson. It's probably the best story of the tournament for sure. He collapsed on the court in December of 2020. So while playing at Florida. So he was a Gator during his freshman year. And he spent 3 days in a comatose for 3 days. Johnson turned down a $5 million insurance policy to keep playing for Kansas State. And now he's in the Sweet 16. So I think saying no to the $5 million might have turned him into a nice career, kind of parlaying that into some professional basketball. So that's a great story. Keontae Johnson in a coma 3 years ago. Now he's, looking like a star in the March Madness tournament. So that's a pretty cool story for sure.
Yeah, he played
Absolutely,
a great
yeah.
first
And you
half.
got to look at Jerome Tang. That's another fantastic story as well. First year, takes a team supposed to finish last in the Big 12, and he comes out and gets a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. They're now leading in a game to go to the Elite Eight. And then, like you said, Johnson coming back from collapsing. Marquise Knowles is a great story, 5'8", might be the next Isaiah Thomas. Just a lot of great storylines and a really talented team. It's come together really well, and they're very exciting to watch.
Yeah, Keontae Johnson got 14 points in the first half, played all 20 minutes, got 4 rebounds, 14 points. So that kid's probably going to finish around the 25 to 30 point mark for K-State. I liked K-State, but I also liked the under. Just a very kind of exception here. They scored 81. The line was 63. They blew that out of the water. So a lot of points in that game. Arkansas, Connecticut. Connecticut up early, 20 to 15. Ricky Council being the star in this game. He played great against Kansas. I like Arkansas in this game. I think they got a shot at the money line here. The line was 3.5. So I kind of like Arkansas because I think Musselman is. I like Musselman better than I do Hurley. I'm a big fan of Musselman. I think Council could be enough. If he can get around 25 points, I think that's going to present a lot of problems for Connecticut. You like UConn or Arkansas, Noah?
UConn in this game. I think they're a more complete team. They're top 20 offense and defense. I think they stack up a little better. But like you said, Eric Musselman, what a fantastic coach. And, they've had Nick Smith back for a while now. The team's getting healthy. Obviously, Trayvon Brazile out for the season. They would have been super fun to watch if he could have been healthy and a part of this team down the stretch. But this is an Arkansas team that is kind of finding their own. They the injury bug bit them a little bit, but they're coming back, and you saw that when they took down Kansas. Whether Bill Self is on the sideline or not, I think it's a very tough team to take down, and that can't be overlooked. So I think UConn's going to be a little too much. They're too well rounded. They got too much depth. But I would never doubt Musselman or Council in this situation. But my money's on UConn here.
Well, yeah, I think Brazile being out right now is a big minus going against Sanogo inside for UConn. I think Sanogo is going to be able to dominate that game inside and lead UConn to the win. I personally had UConn going to the final game when I made my bracket predictions. I think they're a very, very good team. Arkansas does have the type of players that would give them trouble with the dribble driving they have. But I think UConn. I think this is a tougher game for UConn than the conference final would be with against either UCLA or Gonzaga, because I don't think either one of those teams. I don't think Gonzaga plays enough defense to beat UConn, I
Yeah.
don't think UCLA has enough scoring to beat UConn.
Sonogo could present some problems for like a Gonzaga for sure. Sonogo's that player. He can present some problems for just about anybody, averaging 17 points a game, 7.5 rebounds a game. So he's a talented big man. It's hard for me to put confidence in Hurley.
I understand he's not really, Musselman's definitely been the better coach in the NCAA tournament, leading his team to the Final Eight the last 2 seasons. And they've been big dogs to get there as well. And, like I said, he did a hell of a job pulling off the comeback win against Kansas. You can't say anything negative about Musselman. He's definitely a quality head coach, and he has his teams prepared.
Yeah. FAU and Tennessee is going to be a good matchup too. Hey, Rick Barnes has a shot at the Elite Eight, Noah.
I can't believe it. The funniest thing about this is I know we joked about this last year and throughout this season. The Rick Barnes curse is a real thing. It has plagued his entire career, and it's been a good moneymaker if you hit him with the fade around this time of the year. I'm a little surprised. Obviously, Zakai Ziegler going out with an injury. I thought that would be the end for this team because they've been very streaky. Their defense has been pretty consistent the entire season, but you've seen them throw up some brick in some games. You've seen them lose to Mizzou at home. I believe they scored like 52 points against like Florida or something on the road, and then like 56 against Maryland, I think it was. I can't remember the exact team, but that's a team that's really struggled. So I'm surprised to kind of see the fortitude and especially the way that they handled Duke. And Duke's been very, very hot as of that game. So maybe this is the season that the curse is lifted. Maybe they just needed to be, lose one of their best players and everyone take the attention off of them and quit talking about the run that they can make. But maybe that was the recipe to lift the curse.
Yeah, Janelle Davis had 29 points against Fairdick. So I think that Janelle Davis is going to have another 25 to 30 point game for the Owls. The Owls, who have had a great season. I think it's going to take another 25, 30 point effort from Janelle Davis. So
I think
I like Tennessee moving on. Damian, what do you think?
I think they're going to struggle to get to 25 or 30 against that Tennessee defense, but I think Tennessee is so inconsistent offensively. They're prone to very long stretches without scoring. I'm personally took the 5 point. I guess it's 4.5 now, 4.5, 5, whatever it was. I took it at 5. I just like getting 5 points against a team that struggles so much to score. Florida Atlantic has some scorers. I kind of question their defensive ability at times, but like they're playing the perfect team that really struggles to score sometimes. And Tennessee their offense isn't that great. They don't generally shoot the ball very well. So when a team struggles to score, I'll take getting the 5 points.
Yeah. Yep. So maybe like Noah said, maybe the curse is lifted. We'll find out at 8:00.
I'm looking forward to it.
FAU Tennessee game is going to go, and then our nightcap tonight's going to be maybe the best game on the slate: the Zags and the Bruins, the Bulldogs and the Bruins. I got a Gonzaga bracket in a big pool, that's got a Gonzaga bracket in it. So I'm personally hoping that one comes through. The over-under's at 145.5. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored. What do you think, Noah?
I kind of like the over in the situation too. Obviously, Gonzaga with one of the best offenses in the country. Obviously UCLA losing their best defensive player is not going to help against a very talented Gonzaga offense. They just scored a lot of points on a very talented TCU defense. So Gonzaga getting hot at the right time. Timmy is just a one-man wrecking ball down low, and then they got some shooters on the perimeter. So I don't like UCLA in this one, especially with their injuries. I don't think they can score the ball enough to keep up with a very hot Gonzaga team.
Yeah, I like Mark Few too. I think he's ready this year because the Zags, I was talking about this a little bit before we went on break. I think the Zags are flying under the radar as a 3 seed. Flying under the radar. What do you think, Damian?
I completely on the opposite side of you on this one. I like UCLA a lot. They have probably the best defensive team in the country, even losing their best defensive player. But his loss it's not as big of a deal in this game. He's a wing player. UCLA's just defense is so good, and Gonzaga has no defense. That's going to be their Achilles heel somewhere along the line in this tournament. UCLA does have a lot of freshmen. They were playing a lot of important minutes in this game, which kind of does scare me a little bit. But I don't, this game's going to be in Vegas. I believe it's going to be pretty much a full UCLA crowd. I believe they're going to have basically going to have a home court advantage. And sometimes, the freshmen don't realize that they're freshmen. And I expect UCLA to win this game mostly because I don't think Gonzaga can guard.
Yeah, this game should be interesting. It's a case, according to Ken Pom, you got the number 1 offense in Gonzaga going up against the number 2 defense in UCLA. So something's got to give here. We see a lot of these games down the stretch when it gets closer to championship time, and it's always interesting to see how they play out. Will the defense prevail or will the offense overwhelm? I think Gonzaga's going to overwhelm here, but I totally see the case for UCLA clamping down.
Yeah, 2 great players in Drew Timme and Jacquez for UCLA. So 2 great players in this one. 2 guys we might see in the pros, the NBA. So yeah,
I honestly don't think Drew Timme's really an NBA player. I mean, he's a very, very good college player. He kind of reminds me of like an Adam Morrison of Gonzaga from years ago. I don't see Timme being an NBA quality player. I think he's very limited athletically. I don't think he'd be able to get a shot up in the NBA. He's very, very good for what he is in college, but I just don't see him translating to the next level myself. Where Jaquez, I believe,
I could see the limited athleticism. I could kind of see that. I don't know. Timme's a star. He could kind of ride the pine, be a 6th man, maybe in the NBA a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. But that's going to be a great Thursday slate, though. We've got a great Thursday slate. Connecticut taking an early lead, guys, and they're jumping all over Arkansas right now, 30-17. Looks like
the 10-0
run. Scoring all over the place for Connecticut.
They're
4 points for Ricky
team.
Council. He's going to have to pick it up. He's going to have 12 points by half for them to get back in it. 13-point lead. I mean, they could get back in it, obviously, but they don't want to let this thing get out of hand where they get down 20.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is where the loss of Brazil for Arkansas is absolutely crippling because UConn's so good on the offensive glass. Arkansas is not deep inside with quality players, and I think it's going to be very difficult for Arkansas to find their way back in this game unless Council or Smith get hot from 3-point land. I just think this is going to be a very difficult get for Arkansas.
Yeah, Council's going to have to get them back in it for sure. But tomorrow we've got a great slate too. So looks like tomorrow's first game is San Diego State, Alabama. This is an interesting matchup, Noah, because everybody looks at this and says, I don't think San Diego State's going to be able to keep up with Bama. I would think that too. But, what do you think? Is that kind of the way this is looking, Noah? Or?
Obviously Alabama is probably the most talented team in this tournament. And then, also you got to look at how good Brandon Miller's been, although he has not been that great in the tournament, but at any time that
he was scoreless in the first half against Corpus Christi.
I don't think he scored in the game, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. But, yeah, Bama plays really fast. San Diego State does not play that fast. San Diego State's 174th in the country in points per game. And in pace, the pace of game, they are 288th. So it's a contrast to 2 styles here. Would you lay the 7.5 right now, Damian, or what are you thinking on this one?
I would definitely take San Diego State in this game. I think this is going to be a very difficult game for Alabama. This is, to me, their toughest game in the regional. Even when I was looking at it pre-tournament, I thought San Diego State was the one team that could really give Alabama trouble in this region. I did pick Alabama to go to the Final Four, but this was the one game I hemmed and hawed over. San Diego State's very, very athletic. They're very, very long. They rebound very well. They defend incredibly fiercely. This actually maybe come down to how the officials call the game as to whether Alabama is going to be able to pull away in this game. If they let this game go, this game could be very, very physical and very, very tight. San Diego State is prone to not being able to shoot the ball very well. So, I don't see any way that San Diego State can pull away in this game because they're just so offensively deficient. But their defense is very, very good, and their defense, I think, will be able to keep them in it, and they'll keep this pace of this game very slow. They're not going to try to run and gun with Alabama because they'll get blown out if they do.
Yeah, I think if Alabama gets 78, 77, 80 points, I think it's going to be a Bama victory.
And they'll cover. If they get this 70 is about the most San Diego State can allow and stay in this game.
Yeah. You see it any different, Noah?
No, I think that San Diego State doesn't match up as poorly as people might think off the jump. But I do agree. I think that Alabama can just score at a pace that San Diego State can't match up. I think it'll be competitive for the first 30 minutes, and then you'll see Bama kind of start to pull away.
Yeah, this is if Brandon Miller shows up and gets 25, then this is going to be a Bama victory, and they'll be moving on to the Elite Eight.
I agree with you completely. If he gets 25, they're going to win this game. Alabama just has too many scorers.
Yeah, absolutely. Miami-Houston's tipping off at 6:15 tomorrow. That's the 6:15 game. Very interesting game from the standpoint of Houston scoring 80, getting in the 80s against Auburn. I didn't see that one coming.
Neither did I.
Didn't see that one coming. Would you lay the 7.5, Noah, or what would you take on the Miami-Houston game?
I would not take the second 7.5 there. I'm actually on Miami's side here. I think that Wong has been playing really well.
Yeah, this is going to be the Wong and Sasser show, right?
Yeah, and I think you look at, obviously Houston came out and dropped I think like a 50 burger in the second half. But I think that was the game. Houston kind of found the rhythm, but Auburn just left it all on the table. I think they missed over half of their free throws in that game. I think it's a much closer game. Auburn was up 10 at halftime in that game, and managed to lose by double digits because they couldn't hit their free throws. So I'm not that big on Houston. I think they're a fantastic team, but I don't think they're battle tested enough to get it all done in this game. Though I like the way Miami's playing coming out and just.
Well, if Isaiah Wong has 27 points against Indiana,
I like taking the points with them.
If Isaiah Wong has 27 points against Houston, I don't think there's a way they don't cover 7.5, Damian.
I don't see him getting 27.5. Houston's exceptional defensively, but I'm completely in agreement. I'm all on Miami in this game. I think Miami's lost one game in the last month, and that was to Duke in the ACC tournament, basically a home game for Duke. They lost by 5, and their center missed like 3/4 of the game. He's back. He's healthy. I have Miami going to the Final Four in this region before the tournament started. I think Miami's a monster. I think they're very underrated. And Miami's got a 3-headed monster offensively. As good as Houston is defensively, they can be exposed. Memphis was able to do that against them on a couple of different occasions. Now I know Sasser missed the one game, and I know Sasser and I can't remember the other guy for Houston right now. They were both kind of injured. They were kind of questionable. They're both playing, but they have to be 100% for Houston to beat this Miami team. This is a very high quality Miami team that I think is very underrated right now.
Yeah, they can get up and down the floor with the best of them.
I will be putting a lot of money on Miami covering the 7.5.
Yeah, I like it.
That was my big bet when Miami played in the first round when they played Drake. Now I had to sweat that out for 38 minutes, but they ended up covering. So, but I loved Miami in the first round, and I loved them against Indiana, and I love them again this week. Tomorrow.
I like it. I like the 7.5 too. I think we're all in agreement here, Noah. Plus 7.5 on Miami, and this game should stay close. Absolutely. Next game is no. I don't think anybody had this one. I don't think anybody had Princeton and Creighton, Noah.
I don't think so. I had Creighton, but I don't think I could have ever dreamed up Princeton being in the spot. But they look like one of the best Ivy League teams in this tournament in recent years. The way that they're shooting the three, defending. Obviously, Mizzou can be super streaky, but out-rebounding Arizona is just crazy from an Ivy League school. So I think the run ends here definitely against a very good three-point shooting Creighton team, and Kalkbrenner down low. I think they're going to be way too much. As of the 9.5, though, curious to see what you guys think, which side you're on.
Well, Creighton has 5 guys that average double figures. 5 guys. They're not like Mizzou. They're not streaky. They got 5 guys that average double figures. So I think I know where Damien's going. He's got a ticket on what, UConn and Creighton, is it?
Yeah,
And a two-teamer.
And I also tell you, I mean, Creighton's got 5 guys, and the thing I love about their coach McDermott, he rides the hot hand. One of his guys is hot, he feeds him the ball until, and he feeds him, and the team feeds that player the ball when he has the hot hand. They're not a selfish team. It's not a me first team at all. Any of those 5 guys can score at any time. They all know it. You can't key on anybody on that team. They're very difficult to prepare for. They're struggle a little bit defensively, but those 5 starters are as good as any 5 starters in the country.
Yeah, Princeton's going to slow it down, obviously, to keep this game close. If this game gets in the 70s, Princeton has no shot.
0 shot.
No shot if it gets in the 70s.
I actually got to see Creighton play live against North Carolina State. And the thing that really impressed me about Creighton is how confident they looked at all times. Just like the way they carried themselves, the way they moved on the court. Just 5 guys out there that, like you said, can all just be game changers at any different time. And then one of those guys being a 7-footer that can just be dynamic. So they were the team that impressed me the most out of the 4 that I saw. I have them in my Elite 8, and I, like you guys said, if they score like that, it's the end for Princeton.
People forget that when Creighton had that stretch in early to mid-season, they were down a couple of their starters, and they don't have much of a bench, but you take 2 guys out, and they played some really good teams during that stretch where they lost. I think they lost like 7 out of 11 games, but they're it's a very quality team. They're finally back together. They're all healthy. And I just think they're going to be way too much for Princeton. It's just too much.
Yeah, they almost managed to beat Texas in Austin without Kalkbrenner.
As good as Texas is.
Yeah. That was the beginning of December. They almost took down Texas at Texas. That was a heck of an environment.
That was right after they took down Arkansas without one of their guys.
Yep, Arkansas, and then lost by 2 at Arizona. They had a stretch where they played in November. They played Texas Tech, Arkansas, Arizona, and Texas. Wow, Arkansas, Arizona, and Texas back to back to back. They'll go play anybody, won't they?
Yes, they will.
Holy cow!
They're a lot like Michigan State in that regard. They don't duck anyone.
Yeah, and then they went to Arizona State and played. My goodness.
Yeah, they really manned up during the non-conference schedule, and like I said, they had a bunch of injuries during that stretch, and they were competitive in most of those games, and they won a couple of them. So that should tell you how good and how well prepared that team is, and how difficult they're going to be now that they're all healthy.
Yeah, the Blue Jays, I think we all like them moving on against the Tigers of Princeton. The only Tigers left in the tournament, aren't they?
I believe so.
Are they the only Tigers left, Noah? I believe so.
I think so. I
think they're the only Tigers left. I don't think anybody said that a month ago. The Princeton Tigers are going to be the only Tigers in the Sweet 16 of the March Madness tournament.
I wouldn't have bet any money on that, that's for sure.
It's March, guys. It's madness. So we got the Princeton Tigers with a really long shot against Creighton. So the Blue Jays should move on. But the last game of the night, we just talked about them, the Texas Longhorns against the Musketeers of Xavier out of Cincinnati. So I think a lot of us are going to lean Texas here. I think that Texas is playing really well. They're a team I wrote off after the Chris Beard situation. I'm like, oh, this team's going to die off. They may be a bubble team. But you know what happened? They actually started playing maybe better or just as good as when they lost Chris Beard. So Texas 8-2 in their last 10, just humming right along. I think they're primed for an Elite 8 appearance. What do you think, Noah?
I mean, you'd like to think so. You'd like to think this with the schedule the schedule they played this year and the talent and the upperclassmen that they have, that they can make a deep run in this tournament. The only thing that concerns me is if they have a performance like last game where their guards struggle from downtown. Last game they relied on Dylan Dessou to beat Penn State almost single-handedly, and you're going up against Jack Nungy now. He's going to be able to shut that down a little bit. The guards need to make their shots. Marcus Carr, Serge Jabari Rice got to knock down those outside shots, and then you need guys like Timmy Allen to kind of open up the arc by being able to hit those mid-range shots. So I think they should win this game. They got to make sure they're firing on all cylinders, though.
Yeah, Sule Boom is hard to contain for sure. Averages 16.5 points a game. And then, like you had said, Nunge down low is going to be a challenge for Texas. But they are 4-point favorites. Where are you going with this, Damian?
I believe Texas is going to win, but I'm going to take the 4 points. If Fremantle was there for Xavier, that team would be an absolute rock solid. I would have put them in the Final Four definitely. I think this is the game where Xavier losing Fremantle is going to kind of be. Boy, if he was on that team right now, that team would be a monster. I just think it's going to be too much. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. Xavier is deep. They have a good rotation of players. They have shooters on the outside. I think they're a little limited athletically, which I think Texas is going to be able to take advantage of down low. And I think Texas is going to be able to pull this one out, but I think it's going to be a very, very close game. And I agree with you absolutely on the Chris Beard situation. The fact that the coach for Texas that came in, he's done an incredible job. They blew Kansas out twice in the last 10 games of the season. They only lost a couple of close games on the road in Big 12 play down the stretch. They've played as well as anybody down the stretch of the year.
Yeah, losing Fremantle has hurt Xavier, but they've made it this far. Did you have Xavier going this far without Fremantle, Noah?
I did. I had them bowing out to Texas here. But, it's always interesting because you make your bracket based on what's going on currently, and then you see the games and it kind of changes your perception.
Sure.
And, you look at Xavier just smoking Pitt after narrowly escaping Kennesaw State. So you're kind of curious about which Xavier team's going to show up. And then, you just saw Texas, who really relies on their, kind of like perimeter shooting, really struggle against Penn State. So it's kind of like, which teams are we getting here? Both are kind of in precarious situations as they go into this game. So I think it should be exhilarating, but it's hard to put your finger on one of these teams at this point.
Yeah, I think it's about matchups. If you look at the bracket, Kennesaw State, I had Kennesaw State moving on. I had the Owls, the Atlantic Sun champs. Who? I had them moving on. So I liked the Owls in that one. They had a halftime lead. They were up by like 7 at the half, I think. But yeah, Xavier just kind of took over in that second half and squeezed it out against the Owls. So I had Xavier losing the first game, but since they won that Xavier Pitt matchup, I loved Xavier in that matchup. I didn't have much faith in Pitt, but they moved on and now they're playing Texas. So that'll be a nice way to cap off the night tomorrow night. That'll be a nice way to cap it off. So
yeah, I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow night's games more than tonight's games. I think tomorrow has the better slate of games. And I was with you on Xavier against Pitt. I had Kennesaw State in the first round getting the points.
Yeah, they're getting 10 points. Yeah. Kennesaw plus 10. I was all over it, Damian.
Yeah, I was with you. And then I laid the points with Xavier. I'm from Pittsburgh originally, so I kind of I follow all the Pittsburgh teams, and I just didn't think Pitt matched up very well with Xavier. I was actually surprised Pitt actually kind of got. I think they closed within 6 at one point in the final 30 seconds, but I mean they hit a bunch of threes, but at the same time Xavier's not fouling at the end, and Xavier missed a few free throws, and it's kind of hard to keep your focus when you're up 20 with 4 minutes to go. It was just Xavier's a very good team. That's why I'm getting 4 points. I'm taking 4 points in the game. I don't think either team's an overwhelming favorite.
Yeah, 4 points is nice to have. That's always nice to have in a game like this where Sule Boom and they should keep it close to Xavier. So that'll be a nice game to watch tomorrow. But, yeah, Alabama could be a blowout. Creighton could be a blowout. Other than that, Miami, Houston, and Xavier, Texas should be a great game. We'll see how it shakes out. But, yeah, who you got winning the whole thing right now, Noah? What do we think about right now? Who do we like the most?
As of right now, the two teams I like the most are Alabama and UConn. I just think they're the most complete teams. UConn obviously blowing Arkansas out of the water here, and then I just love Bama's athleticism. I think they got the best player in the country on their team. Just a great program. Alabama is I know they haven't been elite in basketball for very long, but my God, it seems like they're just a dominant school. So they put out a great team this year, and that's who I got. But UConn is looking real good, so I think that could be a really fun final.
The Tide of Alabama, like some wrapping it up. The Tide. Okay, who do you got, Damien? What do you think so far?
I hate to agree with him, but that's exactly what I think as well. I think San Diego State. I said San Diego State's going to be a monster tomorrow. I'm taking the points in that game, but I think UConn's the team I'm going with to win the title. I think they're the most well-rounded team, and I kind of like their draw as well. Like I said, I think they're going to catch either Gonzaga, who can't play any defense, or UCLA, who's got injury bugs, and in the next game. And I just like their road to the final. I think they have a little easier path to the final than Alabama even does. So I hate to agree with our esteemed colleague here, but I like what he says, and I agree with him wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I think I got a Gonzaga bracket, guys, so I'm going to be pulling for the Bulldogs. So maybe we will have a Gonzaga-Alabama championship game, and it'll be the Bulldogs against the Tide, but not the Bulldogs that the Tide are used to playing. They're used to playing the Georgia Dogs, but I think they're going to get the West Coast Dogs in Gonzaga. I'd like to see a Gonzaga-Alabama matchup. The over-under on that Gonzaga-Alabama matchup would be 155.
Oh, I think it'd be higher than that. I think you're looking at 170.
Yeah.
Those two teams, Alabama would score 100 in that game.
Yeah.
Gonzaga couldn't cover them.
Yeah. That would be a lot of fun to watch there. A lot of scoring if you like scoring. But, yeah, who do you think Alabama be matching up against, Noah? What do we think there?
I think UConn. I'm on Gonzaga tonight because I think that their offense will just be a little too much for UCLA's defense, but I don't like that recipe long term. I think defense stands above offense long term throughout the tournament. So I don't see Gonzaga making it to the finals or winning the finals. I got Bama UConn. That's my title matchup.
Bama UConn. Okay. Well, speaking of UConn, Damien, it's getting out of hand. Out of hand for the Woo Pig Suey Razorbacks. 44-27, 2 minutes to go. It's almost at the half. They're doing what I said they don't want to do, Arkansas, and let this thing get out of hand. It's a 17-point game. I don't think Arkansas can get back in this one. I think, like you guys had said, looks like everybody's scoring for UConn. Sonogo's got 8, 3 rebounds. So, yeah. Hey, cross our fingers for your parlay, Damien.
Hey, looks good for the first part of it, that's for sure.
UConn, and let's get Creighton home. Are you laying the points with Creighton?
Yeah, I think Princeton hangs around for a half. I think you're going to see that game like 31-26 at half, and I think Creighton just kind of gradually pulls away in the second half.
Your ticket has laying 10?
Yeah, I'm on
it. Does?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, let's see tomorrow. Hopefully Arkansas can or UConn can bring this home for Damien. I had the Hogs. They're just laying an egg, though, guys. So UConn minus 3.5. Looking good. We'll see what happens in the second half. But other than that, we got the championship matchups from you guys. So thanks for joining us, Damien. Noah, as always, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, no problem. We're going to take a break, guys, and we'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
dickhead.
That's a winner!
Hey guys, and we're back here from live at
Live.
DraftKings
Live.
at Casino Queen. It's always a good time here. So this place is packed. They're already making noise over this Michigan State Kansas State game. What a finish that looks like it's going to be. The fighting Tom Izzo against the Wildcats.
It's gonna go over. It's gonna
Wildcats
go
of
over.
Kansas State.
It's gonna go over.
It's going to go way over, David. The live line's 161. So if you got 137, just stand at the counter and wait.
I need Kansas
gonna
State
cash
though.
it.
I need Kansas State to win.
You need K-State to win.
Yeah, I need Kansas State
Money
to win.
line?
Money line.
We're going to have to sweat that one out, Dave.
Here, let me see the ticket. Hold on. I'll read you while you
We're
talk.
going to have to
We-
sweat that one out because
we've
it's
got-
59-60 right now. Looks like, the scoring's all over the place for Michigan State. Joey Hauser's got 15. Aiken's got 13. Hogarth's got 14. So all over the place there.
There we
And
go.
no surprise here.
So UConn money line, K State and the over 130. What does that say? 130.
Okay. K-State in the over.
And then UConn.
UConn money line. That's looking good. FAU plus the 4.5. UCLA -1.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, the over's looking like a cash, but no surprise here in the Kansas State game as Keontae Johnson's a star. He's got 16 points. He was in a coma 3 years ago.
Oh,
He
you're
was
being
comatose.
oh, you're being serious.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the best story in the whole tournament, David.
I thought he was just saying as a player. He was in a
No, it's not a metaphor. It's a literal statement.
Okay.
He
All right.
collapsed
Now-
on the court.
Wow.
In December of 2020 while playing at Florida. He was a Gator. And then he spent 3 days in a coma. So he had a chance to cash in on a $5 million insurance policy. Quit playing. You're not eligible anymore. You can get the $5 million. He said, no, forget your $5 million. You can have it. I'm going to go play basketball. Transfers to Kansas State. And now he's in the Sweet 16 as a star.
Is he going to get paid?
Yeah, he's gonna
What's
be
that
playing
5
pro
million? What's that
basketball.
5 million going to turn into?
I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Lot
It's
more?
Whatever. Apparently, whatever he wants it to, because he's becoming a star, man. Deontay Johnson got 16 points in this game, really close, 60-59. So this is going to go back and forth, back and forth.
Wonder how slow that ticker is that you got there. I'm going to see if I can find a live number.
It's 160, 159 and a half. The
No,
line
no.
number.
I downloaded this, and it should give me we can actually watch the game.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
March Madness live app.
Yeah.
You get 3 hours free, and then you have to pay for it. So I got to be careful. Here we go.
Well, yeah, it's 60-59.
Mike is going to be calling here in a second. Micah Mills is going to be joining us. We're going to cover the UFC card this weekend.
Yeah, got some UFC stuff this weekend.
Yeah, every
So
weekend.
that'll be
So
good.
yeah, he's going to start doing a regular bit with us, which we've threatened
Yeah.
with before, but we're really going to do it this time. So pretty exciting. He should be calling us here in about 2 minutes. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
I
we
need
got,
Kansas. I need Kansas State.
Yeah, you need K-State.
K State. The over's going to happen.
Yeah,
Got
the
that
over's
locked
done.
up. I like that mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah. Meant to push the under, hit the over.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be something if that ticket hit because of that?
That'd be beautiful.
Of that accident.
That'd be beautiful.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dinner's on me if that happens.
Dinner's on Dave.
Dinner's on Dave. That should be a
Dinner's on
show.
David.
Dinner on Dave.
Yes.
Yeah. You ever played credit card roulette?
Yes.
I have lost the only 2 times I've ever played it. I'm out. I am out. For those of you who don't know what credit card roulette is, it should be self-explanatory. But when you go to pay the bill, everybody puts their card in the hat, and whoever pulls out their credit card, they pay for dinner. I've done it twice. I've had to pay twice. I'm done. No, I'm out. I'm just going to pay for my own meal from now on. That's how that's going to work.
Yeah, credit card roulette. That's kind of a gamble. But Earl mentioned that when he
Kansas
was
State
in
took the lead.
When Earl was in the NBA, he mentioned that having to do the credit
Yeah,
card
Earl
roulette
did,
with
yeah.
all the other players. So
Oh, here
yeah.
he is. Let's go ahead and answer this.
Yeah, here's Micah Mills.
All
Guys.
right,
So
Micah
we got a big
joining
card
us.
this weekend. So Micah's going to join us and kind of go over that card. So we got UFC this weekend. We got the Masters starting on April the 7th on a Thursday, I believe. The 6th or 7th. It's that Thursday.
Yep.
Whenever that Thursday is.
2 weeks from today.
And then we got the opening week of baseball next week, David. on a Thursday, opening day.
We got a lot.
And then the WBC, the World Baseball Classic, just happened. Some people are a fan of that WBC, some aren't. I mean, it just depends. You like the WBC, David? Do you like it?
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, I hated seeing the Mets closer go down. Me being a Mets fan.
Here's what I don't like. That's what I don't like, the possible injury. My players getting injured this season. Micah, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Micah Mills joining us with the Micah Mills 10-minute. We call it the Micah Mills minute, but we're gonna have him on for a little bit. Micah, what's going on?
How we doing, gentlemen?
You sound great, man. We're doing great. We're here live at DraftKings at Casino Queen. John and Noah and Damian covering a little basketball this evening. You watching any basketball?
I dabble for sure. You know, my Auburn Tigers, of course, I pull for them, but I'm not too deep into it. I got too many sports that I try and follow, so I dabble.
Okay. All right.
Who
Well,
do you guys have winning your brackets?
well, my bracket's dead. I had Marquette and Kansas in the finals. So, and they said I'm winning. They said I'm winning as of right now the whole bracket. I'm winning everything. It's not gonna last. That's not gonna last past this week. I promise.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I was the only one in the entire bracket that had Marquette winning it all. Yeah. I went for it all. Right. You got to go for it sometimes.
I've got the only Gonzaga
for it.
bracket.
Do you have the only
I've got
Gonzaga?
the only Gonzaga.
All right, John.
Go Zags.
All right. Well,
The
we got.
Bulldogs. Go Zags.
Let's see if I can root for you later. Depends on if my bet's still alive. Then I don't know. Then we may have an issue. I got UCLA.
Oh, you
So,
got
minus one.
UCLA,
Let's see if we're there. Right? I'll root for your. Gonzaga if I can't get Kansas State. Because
What UFC number do we got coming up this weekend, Noah? Or Micah? Just had Noah on. Got confused.
No, this is UFC Fight Night Vera versus Sandhagen, and it's in San Antonio. So this is not one of the ones that's numbered.
Oh.
I guess it does have a number. They're doing that now, but it's not like one of the big UFC events that is like a pay-per-view. This is one that's just on ESPN Plus.
Okay, well, we have fights every single weekend, and we need to start getting your picks out every week. So I'm glad you're joining us and got on last minute tonight to give out your picks. So
yeah, I'm looking right here. It says the main card will have 6 bouts. Is that right, Micah?
That is correct.
Sweet.
Do you have an opinion of this week?
I do. I have a couple of them. If you guys are ready, I'll just start from the top.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so in the main event, we got Marlon Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen. Now, this is going to be, if you're going to tune in, this is the fight to tune for. Two of the guys, this is at 135, so bantamweight. Two of the guys love following. Chito Vera is an Ecuadorian fighter. He is one of the more fun guys to watch. If you look at him, he looks like the villain on any number of movies. He's got like the scorpion tattoo on his head type guy. So look him up if you get a chance. Marlon Vera, very scary dude. He looks very scary, but he's also very scary in the cage. So
wait. Is that Vera or Vera? V or V?
V is in Victor.
Vera. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right here. He's 20-7 with one draw, I guess. 4-fight win streak. Takes on number 5, Corey Sandhagen. Who's the favorite here?
Favorite is Sandhagen. He's coming in at a minus 165. Vera is coming in as a slight underdog. Now this line continues to move, so it's an interesting one. I'm saying it's more or less of a coin toss. These are two of the tougher guys in that division, and it's exciting to see them come together because a lot of fans have been calling for this fight for a long time. They're both kind of perennial contenders in the division. They always seem to get like 1 or 2 fights away from getting that title shot or winning that title. So this will be an exciting one, and it'll be a good boost to whoever wins, moving up that ladder in that bantamweight division.
All right.
Yeah. And then looks like Holly Holm is taking
That's
on.
right.
Help me here. Is it Yana Santos?
Yana Santos. Yep.
Yana Santos. Holly Holm.
Yep.
I know her. Yeah. She's a
Absolutely.
famous
The head kick heard round world.
one. Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Why do I look that up?
She is the one who knocked out Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay.
And that famous head kick.
All right, we're gonna look it up right now while you're talking.
Yeah. So Holly Holm comes in at a minus 245 favorite to Yana Santos. I'll get to my picks once we go through the card, but that's one where I think her veteran experience is going to come through. It's going to showcase very well. I think she's going to win it pretty handily via decision. But between you and me, Holly Holm is just, I don't think she's at her peak anymore. She's been in the game for quite some time at the top of the division, but I do anticipate a boring fight, which unfortunately is what she's becoming more known for. So we'll see what happens. I see her pushing Yana Santos up against the cage for the majority of this bout.
Wow. We just watched oh man, we're watching that kick right now. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And then she gets on top of her and beats the crap out of her more.
Yep.
She knocked her the F out.
Wasn't she a big dog in that fight, Noah?
She
Or
was a.
Micah? I keep saying Noah.
I know.
Talk to him. Jeez.
It's all right. Hold on. I'm going to look it up real quick.
I think that was the one where she was. I remember she was plus 600, plus
It was,
600,
yes.
700.
Yeah, something like that.
God, what a ticket to have!
That was a nasty. That looked like a Buster Douglas, right? Is that right? I mean,
I'm looking at 9-1.
9-1. What a price! But at that time, Ronda Rousey was it. She was the shit, right? I mean, can I say that? I did
She
say.
was a-
I did
She was
say
a
that.
minus 2,000 favorite going into that.
Yeah. So plus 900 really wasn't a great price. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but Ronda Rousey at that time was dominant, right?
Well, that's kind of the beginning of the downfall, I think, of her MMA career was at that time she was getting involved in all sorts of movies and TV shows and doing a lot of Hollywood stuff, and there was a lot of speculation on whether or not she was focused going into that bout. But sure enough, Holly Holm goes on to have a record career, and I think she's going to get another win here on Saturday night.
Just trying to think of the movie she was in with those. One of the movies she was in that became a series. I'll think of it in a second.
Holly Holm movie?
No. Ronda Rousey.
Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. I have to think of the series. She wasn't on the series, but she was on the movie. What was that movie with all the Hollywood guys? Entourage.
Oh, she was in that.
She was in Entourage. She
Entourage.
had a romantic affair with Turtle.
Yeah, with Turtle. I like that movie.
Turtle.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, there it is. I found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
It's one of my all-time favorite shows, but not the best movie.
Really? I thought the movie was good. I haven't seen the series though. She's not in the series, right?
No. Okay, so I'm a big Entourage fan, so I was a fan of the movie, but most people were not.
Okay.
But if you just like a good, I don't know, kind of guilty pleasure show for bros, that's where you start.
So okay, I want to watch the series. Where can I watch it on?
HBO.
Yeah,
HBO.
Entourage
Okay.
HBO.
Okay. I don't have HBO on it anymore. What I have found, what's really neat, if there's something that you really want to watch, but you got to wait till there's a couple of them. These 7-day free trials, and you binge watch everything that you want to watch. You what? Yeah, but even if you don't cancel, it's only like $15, you know? I mean, it's not anything terrible, but HBO, I used to have HBO. I think I might have Paramount Plus. I know we're getting off topic here, but I got to tell you, this is something I really want to see. It's called The Offer on Paramount Plus.
What?
It's called The Offer.
The Offer.
It is a series based on how The Godfather was made, and that the mob didn't want him to actually bring it to market, and that they were threatened by the mob because the mob didn't want to show about what was going on, but they made it anyway. Yeah, they made it anyway. It's called The Offer. It's called The Offer on Paramount Plus. I don't know why I'm saying it, but
follow David Sharp for more great shows.
yeah, listen, I should do reviews for movies. I'm a movie guy. You ever seen 21? Have you ever seen 21,
yeah,
Micah? Well, Micah may. Look at this.
Micah's probably seen
75-70, Kansas State takes
taking
the
a
lead.
for
We
David,
need
he's got a-
Kansas State,
He's
Micah.
got 77-70. He's got a big
Hold on.
ticket.
I got a
for,
ticket. 77-70
77,
Kansas State
70.
late in the second
K-State.
half. Did this game
Deontay
go over?
Johnson.
Did this game go over?
It's already
I
over.
told you over before it started.
Micah, David accidentally puts in his 5-pick parlay, and he wants to take the under on the Kansas State-Michigan State game, and he takes the over accidentally. The over's already hit.
I don't have my glasses. I don't have my
Estimate?
no, well, I need Kansas State to win, and
Oh.
I need Kansas State to win part of the parlay. But the key is, if I had the under like I wanted, it would have already been a bad ticket.
Yeah.
At least I still have a sweat.
Yep.
Michigan just made a 3, 77-73, coming down. How much time left in that game?
It should tell you.
I'm sorry, Micah. We'll get back to you in a
4
second.
minutes.
4
4
minutes.
minutes left.
Okay.
We got a good sweat here
I'm
for.
pulling it up.
We got a good sweat here for David.
Micah, we got live basketball and money on the line. We got, it's I
I get it. I get it.
But I think Ronda Rousey, she hadn't fought. She don't fight anymore, does she?
No, she's been out of the game for some time.
All right, I got to ask you this, Micah. I got to ask you this. I interviewed a young lady named Chelsea Bailey. She's a jockey that rides around the Midwest. She's pretty much Kentucky, Canterbury Downs in Minnesota, and she's at Oaklawn Racetrack for 6 months out of the year. Anyway, she used to be. You look her up, Chelsea Bailey, CHEL-C Bailey, Bailey. She's a professional jockey now, but she used to be a professional UFC fighter, and she's really good. And she's going to be fighting again, but we don't know when. And have you ever heard of her, Chelsea Bailey?
No, I'm looking her up right now.
So I got to spend some time with her last year at Oaklawn Racetrack, and I do have a 30-minute interview with her that I probably will play some clips of it sometime, especially if she fights again, and how her story is how she became a professional jockey. Yeah, it's really a neat story, and she's just a wonderful, I say young lady, she's a lot younger than me, but she's pretty amazing. But if you look her up,
badass just based on Google.
Yeah. So
anybody who's going professional in multiple sports has my respect. The jockey in a UFC, that's a very different end of the spectrum now.
Oh, for sure. But you know what kind of shape you have to be in to be a jockey? I mean, it's pretty crazy. All right, enough of that, Micah. Let's get back to the card. I'm sorry.
Right, no problem. So, moving on down the card, we have Nate the Train Landwehr versus Austin Lingo at featherweight. So, Nate Landwehr comes in at a minus 200. Austin Lingo comes in at a plus 170. I'm taking Nate by late round 3 submission, but I'll get to that. On down the card, Andrea Lee versus Macy Barber. Lee comes in at a plus 225 against Barber, who is the minus 265. And then Alex Perez at plus 165 versus Manel Kep. I'm not exactly sure. Kepe. I pronounced that last name. But I got my picks for you if you guys are ready.
Yeah, of course. And then I got something else to mention that I was one of our listeners just texted some information on Chelsea Bailey that you'll find interesting. Go ahead.
Okay. So starting with Manel Kep versus Alex Perez, I'm taking Manel Kep via decision at a plus 330.
Say that again.
Manel Kep over Alex Perez via decision plus 330.
I like that. Now, you know I like that number.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving up the card, Macy Barber over Andrea Lee via decision at a minus 110.
Okay.
Barber is just, to me, the better wrestler. She's had some good scrambling. I think it's going to be, she's going to shorten the fight by grappling, by wrestling, and I think she's just the better fighter overall, but not to the point where she's going to end the fight. I'm taking Barber over Lee via decision minus 110. On up the card, we have Nate Landwehr versus Austin Lingo. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here. I'm taking Nate Landwehr over Lingo via submission at a plus 800.
Hold on. Wow. Submission plus 800. Okay.
Landwehr over Lingo via submission at a plus 800.
That's huge. Wow.
Then up to Holly Holm versus Yana Santos. Like I said, I do anticipate this being a somewhat boring fight unless she has one of those crazy head kicks like we saw over Rousey. I just don't see that happening. I think that one thing you see a lot of these fighters as they progress throughout their career is just getting a little bit more cautious, and I've seen that in Holly Holm over the last couple of years. So even though she is at the top of her division, at the top of her game, I think she's going to win this fight, but only via decision at a minus 120. So I got Holm over Santos via decision, minus 120.
Decision, right?
Decision, yes, with a D.
All right, minus 120. Okay, so let me read these back to you. So we got it. Pep, decision plus 330. Barber, decision minus 110. Landwehr by submission plus 800. And what was the last one? Holmes?
Holm over Santos.
Yeah. Decision minus 120.
Yep.
Okay. Very, very good. I like it. Now, if I wanted to mix okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Last one, main card, like I said, Marlon Chito Vera via decision over Corey Sandhagen. Again, two fantastic fighters. Both of these guys are incredibly big for the division. In fact, and I'm going to look it up here real quick, Corey Sandhagen height. It's insane when you look at this guy to realize that he fights at 130. He's 5'11", and he fights at 135. The guy's huge. And he's not like just a string bean either. He's a true 5'11" who fights at 135 pounds. All that being said, I am still taking my guy Marlon Chito Vera. He's just one of the more powerful strikers in the division. I'm taking Vera via decision over Sandhagen at a plus 600.
Wow, I like these numbers.
Yeah, a lot of people might agree, might disagree. There's money on Sandhagen, there's money on Vera, but the thing that I like is that they're both very durable. They're both very good. And I just think that Vera's got a little bit more power in his hands. I think Sandhagen will land more shots, but Vera will do more damage and win via decision at plus 600.
Okay, so let's say I want to do a little parlay and I want to bring not the odds down, but like plus 600 by decision. Can I just use like a minus number to win the fight? Like if I'm going to do a 6-team parlay, a 6-fight parlay, and you've got Landwehr plus 800 by submission, can I just pick to win? And what are the odds on these fighters just to win?
That I don't know.
That's all right. I'll look it up.
The fighters to win? Just to win?
Yeah, just to win.
Okay, so I'll go through it real quick. We got Vera, who comes in at a plus 140, Sandhagen at a minus 165.
Okay.
Then we have Holm at a minus 245.
Okay.
Versus Santos at a plus 205.
Are you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Then we got Landwehr, who comes in at a minus 200.
Okay.
Versus Lingo, who comes in at a plus 170.
And
then we have Lee, who comes in at a plus 225 against Barber, who comes in at a minus 265.
Okay.
And finally, we have Perez, who comes in at a plus 165 versus Kep, who comes in at a minus 180.
So not only when you talk about plus 800 and plus 600, these are good flat bets. And if you want to parlay them with a couple others, that's fine. But when you're doing like a 5 or 6 team parlay, it's tough to put these big plus numbers in. I want to do all 6 of your picks, but I want to take the money line, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll bet these individually, like the big plus numbers, most likely. Something big just happened. This place is rocking here, Micah. Some big news. What's going on? What do we got? Ooh,
K-State up 80-75.
80-75. Can't say that with how much time left.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Wow.
K-State up
I
80
need
to
K-State.
75.
I got
Looking
the
to send home the Fighting Izzos.
I got the accidental over. This
The
game was
accidental
way
over.
over. Way over. Micah, it's one. The over under was 138.5. It's over 150 right now. It's at 155 with 2 minutes to go. That's way over. I'm glad I didn't
You
bring
saw
my.
it coming a mile off.
No, I didn't see it coming because I didn't have my glasses, and that's why I made the mistake. And that's the truth. I literally can't see anything. Like not anything, but I couldn't see the screen, and I thought I pressed the under. So
I
there it
wonder
is.
how many people have won and lost money doing that.
Probably quite a bit. And you know the thing, this is the difference between horse racing and sports betting. When you're in sports betting, you can't cancel your ticket. So you're stuck you're stuck with the ticket. That's why you have to make sure it's right before you press place bet or when you're calling it out. I think they will change it if you're right at the window, while they're typing, say, hey, you typed in the wrong thing. I think, but once you leave the window, you're done. And once you press place bet and got to the machine, you're done. So horse racing ticket, you can go back and cancel it up till they're off, till the bell rings. So that's the difference. I did want to mention that we got a little more information on Chelsea Bailey I want to share with you. So let's see. Chelsea Bailey gave Tatiana Suarez her toughest fight. It was on The Ultimate Fighter. Chelsea Bailey. We're talking about Chelsea Bailey. Tatiana Suarez is undefeated in MMA. So Chelsea,
I know Tatiana Suarez. Yeah.
So this Chelsea Bailey gave her the toughest fight of her life. So since it was on TUF, Tough, you remember that? It was considered an exhibition and not an official fight. It was almost 7 years ago. So Suarez has the best MMA wrestling of any female MMA fighter that he's ever seen. And Chelsea Bailey was the only one to ever give her a run for the money.
There's no doubt Suarez is one of the most terrifying individuals at that weight. I mean, she's a monster. So yeah. And to also be a pro jockey.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
So she's planning on, from what I understand through other people, that she's planning on fighting again. I just don't know. I don't know when.
How do you go from jockeying to fighting or vice versa?
I don't know. It is her interview was a year ago. I'd have to go back and listen to it, but I know that she has plans on fighting again. But she is doing well as a jockey. I mean, she's not the best in the world, but she's actually, pretty good. She's actually pretty good.
Wild.
Yeah. So she rides really, really well, and she rides at the track that there's nice purse money. So maybe she's making more money than she was at fighting, and maybe it's not necessary to go back to that. I don't know, but she says she loves fighting and she wants to do it again, and that was her last year about this time.
That's great.
Yeah.
But man, you're getting your foot in the door with all these fighters. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Evan Elder, I actually just talked to him last night. So he's a bunch of fun, and it's nice to make these relationships. And like I said, Earl Barron, wonderful man. Evan Elder, wonderful man. I mean, making all these relationships through the show, it's been a lot of fun, and everybody like you has been just wonderful. And I know you enjoy coming on. We love having you, Micah. Let's connect this week, and is there a big fight weekend next weekend?
Hold on. Let me pull up the next big one. I should have had it ready.
That's
okay. While you're doing that, it looks like this K-State Michigan State game's getting close.
It's close. I don't know. Too close for comfort.
A minute left.
Too close for comfort.
I did a live play of 172.5 under. 172.5. They got 160. They'll have to score 13 points in a minute to beat me, David.
You got the under?
Yeah. They have to score 13 points in a minute.
I hope you're not on what we were showing earlier.
No.
Bad beats.
No.
We showed bad beats earlier, Micah.
Yeah, we had some disgusting beats. This my favorite was the Oklahoma State Eastern Washington game. The Oak State player or the Eastern Washington coach is saying, "All right, just run the timeout, just dribble it out, don't shoot, no shot, no shot." He's waving his arms. The kid looks at his coach and he's like, "All right, dribble it, dribble it." And then at the last second, he looks over at his coach and he realizes the coach isn't looking. He's going to shake the other coach's hand. As the time goes off of 1 second down to 0, he fires a 3 and hits it to mess up the line and mess up the Oklahoma State bettors.
By the way, UConn is up 23 in the second half.
Oh, that game's over.
Micah,
That game's over.
Micah, thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
I appreciate you taking the time with us.
You find what he was looking for?
Did you find?
Absolutely.
Oh, did you find it?
Let's connect soon.
Well, did you find it about next week?
Yes. Yes. The next big one is April 8th, and that is UFC 287, Pereira versus Adesanya, which will be a good one as well.
Okay, great. But you'll be able to check in with us next week, I hope, either with the stream.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we'll go over the card next week because there's fighting every single Saturday, right?
Almost every Saturday.
Okay. Well, there is next Saturday, so that means we'll have the Micah Mills Minute. I'm looking
All
forward
right.
to that again. Micah, take care. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Micah Mills, our MMA expert here on the Winning Ticket, and bunch of fun. So knowledgeable, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna start implementing regular segments on the Winning Ticket. We're gonna have golf starting next week. We're gonna do 10 to 15, 20 minutes of golf, 10 to 15, 20 minutes of MMA every single week. This is good stuff, John.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot coming up.
You know what else we got coming up in the next probably 3 weeks? We're gonna add a little pickleball segment. We're gonna see what it's like. It's gonna be interesting. I had a really great meeting yesterday.
A little bit of popularity.
Well, it's growing and it's booming ever since COVID. This game has taken off. It was invented in the 1960s, and it's a I guess a crossover between tennis and something else. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna start to be able to bet on it. And if it's got the attention of DraftKings, right, and all these big sports books, and they want to set lines for it, it's got their attention. So something must be happening right with this game. So yeah, we're gonna get a little creative and get some, you know.
Hey, St. Louis has a soccer team now. They
Yeah,
got
we're gonna have to start
basketball
talking some soccer
football
too.
with the Battlehawks and the Cardinals. So
Yeah.
hey, they've got every sport. Might as well just throw pickleball in there.
Well, listen, if you can bet on it, we're gonna talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
But for the regular, for the big sports, we're gonna have the Masters coming up. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what.
That's always I don't know. That's always the start of golf for me because it's the start of baseball season. So all you've got is baseball. You got some NBA and the hockey, but you got some baseball starting and the golf starting. That's the two sports that start in April for me is golf and baseball.
What do we got with this Kansas State?
Wow.
Don't tell me I
20
lose.
seconds left.
Woo!
20
This is
seconds
a sweat.
left.
All I can see is the Connecticut game. I can't see the game.
Yeah, let's see
Here.
here. I'm gonna
Let me
pull
see
it
if
up
I
on-
can bring it up. You
pull
got
it
it
up
too?
right here,
Oh, you
yeah.
got it. Let's see. All right. We got to sweat. We need
Yeah.
Kansas State to win to keep this parlay alive. Connecticut's rolling by 23 in the second half. That's the third leg of my parlay. The over's already done in the K-State game. I need Kansas State to win. Money line. They are dogs. Dogs. They are plus number.
Hey, we need more dogs.
This 5-teamer, normal, I'm getting 20 to 1 on my money. This is a 20 to 1 shot. I'd like to have the first 3 legs wrapped up. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
First 3 legs wrapped up if Kansas State can win. Connecticut up 24, 23. Is the game over? Oh, you need K-State? K-State, let's go.
Oh, gosh, really?
What do you say?
One TV's ahead of the other TV.
No.
That's a bad beat there.
That's a bad beat. Yeah.
One TV's
We got
ahead of the other.
I know he had K-State.
Oh, really?
I know he's got K-State.
Yeah.
So he had to walk
He
away.
put
Isn't that,
walk-away
isn't that a
money
true
on
like
it?
gambler? You want to watch till and then
Yeah.
you don't want to watch.
He's got walk away
It's
money.
it's
on
walk
it, though.
away money.
Oh,
You ever had
that's-
walk away money on a game?
Yes, David. I've had walk away money on some games.
Well,
What do you think the answer to that was going to
all
be?
right, who's got the
course.
ball? We've got
19 seconds left.
19.7 seconds left. Who's got the ball? Who's
I don't
inbounding?
know yet. Let's see.
can't
Michigan
see.
State ball.
Michigan State ball, 82.
Down 2, 19 seconds.
All right.
They're going to take this to the buzzer. If this doesn't go to overtime, I'm going to hit my under. As
Okay.
long as because it's 160.
I don't want them to bury. If they bury a 3, that's a bad beat for me. Uh-oh. One TV's ahead of the other.
TV's ahead of the other.
And
This is
somebody's
probably
screaming
10
in the
seconds
sports book. We have
behind.
no idea what happened. He probably buried a 3.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
think
was.
he did. They would have erupted more if he did. I think he missed it. Let's
All right, he's
see.
going for 2. Don't foul.
Oh, he tied it.
Okay, I'll take that.
I'm gonna.
5 seconds left. It's a tie
if it goes
ball
to
game.
overtime, I'm gonna lose my under. Oh, here it is. Damn.
Overtime. Oh,
I'm gonna lose the under.
David, I got your text. He
That's
says
pretty-
OT before I
That's
saw the
pretty
end of it.
bad.
Yeah, we are behind, but that's the
That's
connection we
pretty
have.
bad to lose that one.
All
I got
right.
172, Dave.
There he is. He's back. Michigan State. It's a tie ball game. It's overtime. They tied it. They tied
Just
it.
went to OT.
They tied it with Michigan. Yeah, they tied it with 5 seconds left.
Your NBA under's looking really good. That Orlando Magic's looking really good. Oh, you got Orlando in the under? I thought you had just the under. Orlando in the under.
I love this show.
So you got
I love
Orlando
showing
money
us
line?
tickets. This is fantastic.
Oh,
Careful
well,
if you
they
don't want
got
to be
a
on
10-point
camera. You know
lead.
what? Yeah. Here. All right. Here. What do we got here?
Let's look at this baby here. We got that's a good one there.
Here, look at this one. Oh wow, look at
We
these.
got Michigan State plus 1.5 here. That's a nice one. Going to OT, we got a
Look at
spread
that.
on that one
Look at
for
this.
you.
$27 to win $9.69. Look at that.
Well, they needed a last-second
Hey,
bucket to put it to overtime.
$27. Look at this. Look at
Oh, wow.
this. $27 to win 900. Look at that.
$27 to win 900 on this one here. So we got the Magic and the under. Cleveland over on the Pelicans Hornets. And then the Ducks money line plus 230 dogs. Anaheim at home against Winnipeg. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was a plus money that almost hit last night in Edmonton against Edmonton and who'd they play? Arizona, yeah. Arizona almost beat them. They were like plus 300. Arizona was plus 300. Arizona takes a 3-2 lead with 9 minutes left in the game. Yeah.
OT's got
Tom Izzo's going to
He's got
overtime,
Michigan
folks.
State. I got K-State. It's a battle to the wire.
Oh, he's going to cash that Michigan
Are you going to
State
roll it
ticket, you
all?
think?
Are you going to let it ride? All right.
Miami, I like Miami in the points. Love it. Love it.
All right, here we go.
Isaiah Wong, that little guard's going to have 25 points. I love Miami tomorrow. Cover 7.5. Hey, sprinkle a little on the money line. Sprinkle a little on the money line.
Sprinkle. That's right. Do you love? Oh, we're not done. He's not done.
Yeah, hey, we got a lot of action. This is what it's about, David. This is what it's about.
Oh my God! Look at that sheet. Look at that spreadsheet. Oh my! If you guys could see this, this is a detailed betting sheet. Oh my goodness, that's some serious work. Wow, we can't show him, but that's some serious work he's done by hand.
Yeah. Princeton
We
Creighton,
gotta
the
get-
Cinderella
we gotta
runs
get-
over.
we
it.
gotta get
I
Anthony
think so
on.
too.
We got to get Anthony on. Hey, when are you going to join us? This is our show. When you maybe next week we got to have him on. You got to see this.
We
guy's
do got
amazing.
baseball opening day next week. Yeah.
Can you guys?
I
can
like
somebody
it because
text?
of the
can
early
you,
action.
Can they
You got
hear
the
him?
12:30 game all the time in baseball.
Can somebody let me know if you can hear him?
Back in the Western Union days.
1-900 numbers, 800. What was it paid for? Did people have to pay for your picks? Yeah. Do you know what the name of the sports service was? Lou Diamond. He worked for Lou Diamond. Wow. Lou Diamond. Anybody know who Lou Diamond is? I have to look him up. I'm going to look him up right now. Lou Diamond. What's the score? 2-2?
4-2.
4-2. Jeff has the Blues to win exactly by 2.
Oh,
Exactly by 2.
how much time's left?
With how much time left? Our producer, social media, Jeff, has the Blues to win by exactly 2 tonight, and they're up 4-2.
Where's
Let's get that home. Let's get K-State home and the
I'm trying
Blues
to
up by
find
2. That's ugly. He's just
If I could
buried
find
it
my
for
phone, I could find the
this is
score to
making
the
me
Blues
puke.
game.
Up by 5 with a minute to go, and I'm gonna go to lose in overtime.
Oh yeah.
This would be sick.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not good. Not good. Plenty of time though. That's all right. He missed. Was he foul? Did he get foul? We're 6-8 on Thursdays.
6
Yeah,
to 8.
we're about done for the night. Yeah. We're about
Into
done.
the second period. Ugh.
Ugh,
So we
not
still
good.
got a whole
Well, no,
period
they
to
don't.
go.
They just still got to win by 2. It doesn't.
I know.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
thought
have
it
to.
was closer to
Yeah, I
ending,
thought I
though.
did too.
Right.
Would they foul? K-State foul? Are they at the line?
Going to the
At line?
line.
We need. Oh.
No, I thought it said end of second period. Yeah.
All right.
End of second.
Free throw by K-State. I know we're way behind, but this is what we're seeing. You guys probably already know the outcome. But all right. It's over?
It said end of second period.
It says end of second period. Just stop. What does it say? End of second. Yeah, that's what it says. All right, so Jeff needs the Blues to win by exactly 2. I have to when he comes back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
have to
always
ask him
get
the
that late
odds.
game fouling.
All right, we got to.
Yeah.
I like this sweat.
I had under 172.5 live on the Michigan State game. That's terrible. Goes to overtime.
Go to the chat. Press the chat. What do we got there? We
Vito
got
said he was hoping for an Alidom racing hat.
Alidom racing hat. I didn't wear it tonight, Vito, just to let you know. But I have it in my car, and I wear it almost everywhere I go.
What's the Alidom racing hat?
Vito owns Alidom Racing.
Okay, what is that?
His daughter is Alyssa.
Okay.
His son is named Dominic. So Alidom Racing.
Oh.
And he is a manager of his own racing stable. And I have a hat with his silks, with the jockey silks on the hat.
Oh.
And he wants to know why I'm not wearing the Alidom Racing hat that he gave me. I wear it everywhere else, buddy. You know? And in I didn't shave my shiny head, but I've been told that I'm not allowed to have my head completely shaved. It can have some because it takes off the glare. I'm not kidding you.
Okay.
So it's too, shiny. So I will be wearing a hat if I ever shave my head before I come in. And I will wear either the DraftKings at Casino Queens hat,
Yeah.
or I will be wearing the And coming up, we have the Arkansas Derby next week.
Yep.
We have the Florida Derby next week. I will be giving out my picks next week. It's a little horse action. We got the next week after that. We got the Masters. We got Final Four next week. Or no, we got next week Elite 8 and Final Four.
Yep.
Right.
Elite 8 and Final Four.
And then the next week, so we have the Masters, and then when that's over, Monday night, right after the Masters, we have the NCAA championship.
Yeah.
What a great next couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gamble.
Yeah.
All right.
St. Louis is always fun when baseball season starts.
All right.
You got
We got K-score? Yes. Tie ball game.
K-State ties it up.
90-90 with 2 minutes to go. You guys are way ahead of me. Don't tell me, because I want to be able to sweat this game. Don't tell me what's going on. Yeah. 180 points.
Well, I had under 172.5 live, and the thing goes to overtime. I had it handicapped perfectly, David. They get 162 points with 20 seconds left. I'm going to win, but the thing goes to overtime. Yeah.
All right. Hey, 92-90. Come on. Let's go.
Yep. K-State driving, kicks it out to the big man.
Foul.
Foul on the floor.
Foul.
They're saying.
Foul.
They're in the bonus. They're in the bonus.
It's my bad. All right.
All right,
John,
they're like Dallas Stars tonight.
What do we got?
So
8 o'clock. Who's
Coming
tipping off
back
at
to
Who's
back
tipping off
tonight.
at 8 o'clock?
The next games we have Princeton, Creighton, and Xavier, Texas on 8:45.
What are we taking again tonight?
Creighton. Everybody's on Creighton.
Okay.
5 starters average double
No, that's
figures for
Friday.
Creighton.
That's Friday.
Oh no, that's
That's
Friday.
Friday. That's
yeah,
Friday.
we got FAU and Tennessee.
Rick Barnes.
I like the
Fighting
Rick
Rick
I like the Barnesies.
The fighting Rick Barnes.
I like the Barnesies.
Yeah. What do we got
I think
here?
they're going to take care of business.
Tie ball game. 92 all.
Yep.
I know that you guys are ahead of this. Please don't tell me I'm gonna sweat this out. You can tell me if I win. No, don't tell me if I win.
Well, they wouldn't know. It's only
Yeah,
10
no, he
seconds.
says ahead.
I know,
At
but it's
home.
only like 10 seconds behind.
No, it's more than that.
20 seconds?
Yeah, but that's
okay,
a lot.
20 seconds.
But that's a
see,
lot.
I know. I'm just
But
saying.
I don't want to
You
know.
got a long way before.
I don't have walk away money,
no,
but it is fun.
It's not.
I'd
walk
rather
away.
have the parlay going than not have it going.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't like putting my tickets in the trash.
Yeah.
It's no fun.
Now this one's going in the trash with Arkansas.
Do you know what I do? I do.
Yeah. Welcome to the NBA. The Knicks are going on
I
a
think
run
he has
against
action
this
on
Magic.
every game tonight. It's very possible. The gentleman talking in the background, we got to have him on. What a character. Anthony's an absolute character. How much fun would that be?
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of action.
I'm worn out. He wore me out.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that. Those NBA games, they don't really. You can't really start anything till the fourth quarter with them because it's back and forth.
I don't usually watch a basketball game unless it's like this until the last 5 minutes. I really don't. I mean, you can be down by 13 with 5 minutes to go and still win.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to watch it
Unless you're Arkansas, Connecticut.
Well,
that game's over.
What happened to your Kennesaw State?
The Owls, they played really good.
Yeah,
against
but then they
Xavier.
didn't play really well.
They were.
They went
10-point
like
dogs.
5 minutes without scoring.
I know.
5
I
minutes.
watched it.
5 minutes.
I watched
Up
it.
by 13. I start to get ready to go out. Right, I check back. They're up by 10. Next thing I know, they're up by 8. They're up by 6.
Went on the scoring drought.
Up by 3.
But it was going to have to take a 5-minute scoring drought for Xavier to win. A 5-minute scoring drought's hard to happen.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Let's see
I
what
bet they
happens
buried a
here.
3. I bet they buried a 3. This isn't good. This can't be good. He buried it. Oh, he missed.
Airball.
Ooh.
K-State ball
I get
with
the
a minute.
Ooh. Let's go.
K-State ball
K-State
with a minute. K-State's
ball.
got 2 timeouts. Michigan State got 2 timeouts.
That's probably
And the
good.
K-State fans are liking it. An alley from
What
3-point
the heck
land.
just
Alley-oop,
happened?
throws it in.
What the heck just happened?
Keontae Johnson.
Wow, what a
says
game!
hello.
This might be one of the better games. Seriously. Yeah. Here we
Absolutely.
go. Drive to the hoop.
And going to the line.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
going to
can't
the
see. I can see kind of.
Go to the line to tie it up.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left here. This is a great sweat. I love this.
Boom.
Boom.
There it
What
is.
a-
He got him. Fell asleep.
Wow.
The Spartans fall asleep, and Keontae Johnson dunks it home.
Is that another foul? Or was that timeout?
Looks like a timeout.
All right, 42
Yeah,
seconds left. How many on the shot clock? 16?
16 seconds. on
Well,
the
it
shot.
looks like, well, it depends what happens, but it looks like K-State may have the final shot. We'll see. see. Long way to go.
Michigan State.
Long
ball.
way to go, right?
Yep.
Long way to go. So we'll see. It could be a lot of fouling. This could take 10 minutes for the last 42 seconds. Not 10 minutes, but it could take a long time. All right, John.
Was that a foul on the 3-point
Last
shot?
game of the night is what tonight? UCLA, Gonzaga. You're rooting for the Zags. They win your bracket.
Yeah.
The line.
Yeah, I got to have the Zags.
So the
there's gonna
line's
be a
moved.
lot of points in that game, David.
The line's been moved from 1 to 1.5.
Yeah.
UCLA 1.5. Well, that hook is brutal.
Well, every hook's brutal. Whether
Every
it's
hook's
1,
brutal.
1.5, 2, 2.5,
I
3,
know.
3.5.
The hook is brutal.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
hook's brutal.
But
Brutal.
if it's going to move, it's going to move a
Terrible.
half. So, but points in that game. Points with the Zags and the Bruins. Just scoring a lot of points. Was there a foul on this 3-point shot?
Is that what they're looking at?
Oh no, they
Yeah.
called the foul possibly on the screen. On the screen was where the foul was. Like they're reviewing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 and 2.
going for to the line for 2 shots.
Okay, so 1 and 1. Yeah,
No,
1 and 1.
2 shots,
Okay, he's
not 1 and 1.
I don't know what he's saying. Well, who's going line? Michigan State?
Yes, on that foul, they called the foul when he knocked the guy over on
Okay.
the screen.
All right. Well, let him miss one.
Wow.
That'll be good. Let's
so
miss one here.
K-State could have a 2 for 1. They could get down, score a bucket within 7-8 seconds, and then, not have enough time for the last shot for Michigan State.
All right. Well, let's get him to miss one here. Ugh.
The kid drains
Nothing
the
but
first
net.
one.
Drano. This is fun. This is a
Bam,
lot of fun.
yeah. Well,
I don't know if I'd call that a foul, would you?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd probably call it.
Yeah. Oh,
He missed the second. K-State rebound.
There we go. And then if he makes this, they're going to have to foul. Well, no, it's a three. It'd be a
No, it'd be a
three-point
3-point game.
three-point game, unless they bury a three right here. I want to hear that crowd cheer behind us. Ooh, that was dangerous. That
Get it
was
to
really
Keontae Johnson.
that was really dangerous.
How does Johnson not touch the ball?
Oh. Drain it.
Nope.
Ugh.
Nope. Oh wow! What
That
a
is
bad
terrible.
shot!
That is terrible. K-State just threw an absolute air ball up. That wasn't even
What
close.
a bad shot!
Now
that
17 seconds
was.
left. Ugh, this is gross. This is gambling.
What
though.
a bad shot!
This is gambling. That was terrible. You couldn't find a better spot than that, and that's not a foul.
I mean, he pulls up.
That's
from
not
the
a foul?
Logo. No, it wasn't a foul.
He hit his hand.
He pulled up from the March Madness half court logo.
So if you can hit his hand,
He didn't hit his hand.
he didn't hit his hand. You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I'm bet K-State. Go with me here.
Well, I'll tell you.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think.
All right, I
No,
know.
that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, they
Maybe
are
he
looking
did.
at it. I think he hit his hand. They're going to give him
Oh,
three
wow.
shots.
No, you can't. I don't think they.
They can't
But
give
I
him
think
three.
he did hit his.
That's what they're looking at. Look, I think he hit him.
I think
Oh,
he
he
hit his-
absolutely hit him.
He hit his hand.
He hit his
That
hand.
might be why he airballed it so bad.
Yeah,
Let's
he
look
hit his
here.
hand. Look at this. Oh, come on, one time.
Might have touched the ball.
Yeah,
He definitely
yeah,
hit his hand.
he hit his hand.
Yeah, they're reviewing the out of bounds. You can't review foul shots in college.
Oh, okay.
You can't review fouls in college.
All right.
So
So,
I
what are
think
they
it's
looking
going to
at?
be K-State ball because, or did the kid touch the ball on the
Oh,
release?
that's what they're looking at, not a foul.
Yeah, you can't review
Hey.
fouls.
Jeff, you got two. You're up 2 goals.
Yeah,
One more
Jeff's
period to
got an
go.
Exact
What does that pay, Jeff? Blues to win exactly by 2.
12 to
1. That's okay.
Wow.
Wow. Look at you. 12 to 1. Blues
I
to win
think it
exactly
looked
by
like
2.
he made the ball deflect there.
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, let's get out of here. Wrap it up for us.
Yeah, I think
Noah
it's-
Van Bree, Micah Mills,
Yeah.
and we
got
got
about 3
Damien.
minutes.
Oh, we got 3
We got
minutes?
3 minutes,
All right.
yeah.
Well,
So let's see what happens.
sorry, I didn't mean to short you.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Well, oh, that's
Let's
true, but
see
they
what-
probably already know. But yes,
It's
you're
20
right.
seconds.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's see how this game ends. See if David's parlay is going to
Yeah.
continue.
What
To
they
be
call here.
continued.
What's the call?
What is the call? K-State ball would be huge. Huge.
K-State ball.
K-State
4
ball.
seconds on the shot clock.
That's okay.
4 seconds
That's
on the shot
okay. It's
clock.
better than the other team having the ball.
Right, right,
Better
right.
Michigan State. Here we go. Let's go. You can get a better shot than that one from the March Madness sign. Almost a half court. He tried to take a half court
Timeout.
shot. All right.
Izzo's going to use a
Woo!
timeout.
This is unbelievable.
The Fighting Izzos are going to use a timeout here.
This is a five-star play.
Florida. Oh, Florida Atlantic. Yeah.
They
The
got it.
Owls.
It's unbelievable. I know you
Yeah.
guys can't hear in the background. I think he's wagered on
Yeah, I
every
like
single
Tennessee
game.
under. I think a lot of people are on Tennessee under. Yeah.
I think he's bet every game.
Yeah. Why not? Fire, fire, fire.
I think he bet every game.
Fire away.
Could you imagine?
I like it.
I'm exhausted listening to him. This is unbelievable.
I like it.
All right.
Fire away, David. I like it.
All right, guys, we got about 2 minutes left. We're trying
Yeah.
to sweat out the end of this game.
They're coming back here from the
Hey,
timeout.
what's the 73-48 UConn in full control?
Yeah.
Right?
I had Arkansas.
I know. All right, David, what do you say?
Yeah. Let's see here. Don't look at the. Don't
No,
let them
no,
ruin.
he's not going to tell me.
Here
He's
we
just
go.
telling me what they're looking at. All right. here we-
K-State's going to take a
Oh,
timeout.
my goodness. Whew. We may not get the end of this on the show. We're going to try.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get there. This is-
K-State taking
yeah,
a timeout.
we could
God,
go.
Arkansas
we
just
could-
getting embarrassed.
We could go like a few seconds over. We
Yeah.
could do that.
Ar- I mean, a lot of people like the under, I think.
He has talked about every single game and play tonight.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Arkansas just getting embarrassed. Though.
Ah,
I can't
Yeah,
believe Arkansas is getting
it's surprising,
embarrassed,
right?
man.
It's surprising.
They're
That's for
giving up
sure.
a ton of points. UConn could score 95 if they wanted.
All right,
Just
here we go. We're
embarrassing.
coming back from timeout.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. I know I'm trying to hurry it up because we got,
Well,
you know, yeah, I'm trying to hurry it up. I know it
don't-
doesn't work like that. Now take your
No.
time as long as I can win it. That's all right.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
may have to do what baseball's doing with the pitch clock.
Yeah.
Hurry it up.
Yeah, hurry it up. Wait.
Which, hey, I think with the pitch clock, I think it's going to be favoring the hitter.
But I want to tell you something. People who bet this game, and now that it's on overtime, waiting to see the outcome of this game before they make a wager on the next game,
Oh, no.
they can't do it.
Well, they do it live.
Well, you could
Do it
bet
live.
live.
Do
And
it
it's
live.
not going to change a whole lot in the first
Right.
few minutes,
Do it
right?
live.
But
May change in your favor.
I tell you what I like. A team getting up like 6-0 in that line
Right,
moves.
bet the other team.
Bet
That's
the
what I
other
did.
team.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
Miami.
All right,
or
here we
North
go.
Carolina.
Here we go. We got
Kansas last
inbound. Oh, he must have made it. Make it.
Oh, there it goes.
What just happened? 96,
Unconscious
93,
from the
13
baseline.
seconds left.
The
Oh.
wild
Time out.
Cats.
All right, we got to get out of
The
here.
wild.
All right,
Cats.
if you have a chance, yeah, we can't wait this out.
Like it.
This 17 seconds
yeah.
will take 5
Yeah,
minutes.
it's been a fun show, David.
Yeah, we gotta get it.
Yeah. So it's been fun. We hung on without Russell. So, producer.
You did great.
Producer Clemson, producer David.
You did
so
fantastic,
we did good.
and you did
Yeah,
great taking the lead. I'm
We-
so proud of you. This is
Yeah.
great.
We did great. But yeah, let's get out of here. For David, I'm Clemson John. Jeff joining us.
Micah Mills, Damian.
Micah joining us. Thanks for joining us, Micah. Damian was great having him here, and
Noah?
Noah joining us too.
Yeah, Noah Vambry.
So it's been fun. So we're live at DraftKings for next time, guys. We will see you next week.
That's right.